Welcome to Business on the Vine. I'm your host, Lady Jen Du Plessis, and in this dynamic series, we dive into the challenges, breakthroughs, and victories of entrepreneurs who have turned their passion into success. Welcome. Welcome to Business on the Vine. I'm here with Steve Ramona, and we're going to have a great conversation. Steve, welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you for having me. You got it right. I love it.
Yeah, well, it took me a couple times, right? We had a really nice one-to-one. And sometimes you encounter those. It's sort of like the jab, 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 jab hook book, right? It's like, oh, I had a nice one-to-one, nice one-to-one, one-to-one. This is a really good one-to-one, right?
Yes.
And we're just excited to work together in 2026, which is what we're going to be talking about here today. But let me formally introduce you so that everyone knows who you are. You are Steve Ramona, is a next level super connector, creating $1 billion in project impact, over $100 million in partnership deals. And we're not going to be talking about that today, maybe. I don't think so, but we're going to talk about something else. But one personal introduction at a time. And what is his secret approach or his signature approach? It's custom video introductions that you did with me and someone else. I can't remember who it was right now, but where we did these great purposeful, introductions where people understand why the connection is. So often people are like, you should talk to, and no one knows why, right? He is a host of the Top 20 Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast, now over 800 episodes strong and reaching 50,000 listeners per show, which is fantastic. Absolutely love it. And I'm so happy to have you here today. I'm excited to explore the positivity for 2026. Yeah?
Yes. Yes. Our hearts align, which I love being on the show. Yeah. And I love our first meeting. We just align with our hearts. There's a lot of different alignments, but the heart one is so much, even in business.
Yeah.
I love you, the heart, that should be part of it.
I think so too. And we talked about sovereign leadership on my side. And then we talked about, the heart servant leadership on your side. So, as we were talking in the green room here, first of all, you're going to have a great gift for everybody. You're going to be talking about your free community, about being a heart servant, heart leader, leading with heart, right? So we'll be talking about that here in a little bit. But we were talking in the green room about 2026 and what I'm experiencing, what you're experiencing. And for you listening, I don't know if you're experiencing this too, but a lot of people are doing really well in 2025, but they're ready to just let this year go. And I can't put my finger on what it is. It's an accumulation of a lot of things coming together. So give us your take on what you're seeing and hearing out there, and why we want to talk about this today.
2025 has been a pretty negative year. I'm 64. A lot of things that happen: tariffs, war, pricing, government. We all know that stuff. And I think a lot of people focused on it and realized in December, took a breath and went, it was a really not a good year. I mean, probably one of the worst in many years. So let's flip the script for 2026. I told you in the green room, and thank you again for having me. I'm so excited. And I want to start out real quick. Every show I'm on, I have these gratitude cards, and I want to share it with the audience and you. Just so you never doubt it, you are truly special, audience. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Next couple days, weeks, and so on and so forth. But Christmas is great. People are jolly, happy. Santa's smiling. We got all these commercials. We're getting gifts. We're giving gifts. Why not carry that for the next 12 months of 2026? Mm-hmm. I think it would defend and deflect a lot of negativity happening, because I've seen the power of giving, and I've seen the power of receiving as well, which a lot of people talk about giving, super connector, but also receiving that as well.
Oh, yeah. I know a lot of people, and we talked about this previously too, a giver's gain with Ivan Meisner, from BNI and stuff, that it's hard to have a receiving heart. So can you talk about that a little bit? Because a lot of people I know say, oh, I'm a super connector. I connect people all the time. I say it, right? I connect people all the time. But how is it, or why is it that we're constantly, no, I'm good. I don't need anything. Yeah. I mean, for me, for many years ago, it was pretending to be strong. right? And not being vulnerable, that no, I'm good. I don't want to see them, let them see me sweat. I don't want them to know there's anything wrong. And I'm just going to falsify everything, right? I've gone past that. I've grown way past that. But what do you think it is that why can't people receive as quickly as they can give? Because we want to get people postured for this.
My thoughts are, when I did it for the last 15, 20 years, you saw the partnerships I've done. I'm good. And by the way, audience, what me and Jen are doing, don't do that. That's a sign of stop. We're not good. And the hand just went up, and that's crazy. But I learned this lesson, and Jen, Lady Jen, you're going to be blown away by this. I met this gentleman about 4 years ago. And as we're talking and discovering each other, I knew he was doing very well. I don't ask this most of the time. I said, what's your revenue a year? You're doing quite well, aren't you? He goes, yeah, last year we had 250 million. And this year we'll probably beat that by 10 or 12 million. I went, Jim, oh my God. Well, let me ask you, do you serve? He goes, I wake up in the morning serving. I serve my competitors, my prospects, on and on and on. And when I go to bed, who am I going to serve? He goes, what do you do, Steve? And I said, I serve. And I did exactly that. I put my hand up just like you did, Jen. I said, I'm good. He goes, stop. And this changed my life at 50, 60 years old. He said, Steve, consciously, they're happy you gave them introductions, a resource, you served them, you brought them value. But when you say no to their help, subconsciously, you're a taker.
Yeah.
And that blew me away. I don't want to be that. I didn't think I was being that. You didn't think you were being that.
No.
But he says, because they want to help you because you help them. That's human nature. And when you cut that off, it's not good. And when they think about you later, they probably won't, because the subconscious won't bring it up. So once I learned that lesson, Lady Jen, game changer.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear that. I hear that quite a bit. To be able to say, what could I be? And it's funny because I coach people in this too. It's like, when someone says to you, what can I help you with? Don't go, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Right. Please don't do that, because we're never good. We're never fine. We're entrepreneurs. We always want more. We always are trying to grow in some capacity, whether it's physical or relationship or financial or spiritual, right? Or serving. We're always trying to grow. So it's a fallacy to even say something like that. So I'm glad I asked this question. So when we think about business on the vine here, we have business owners that are listening in and saying, hey, give me some golden nuggets, from the grapevine. I want to hear through the grapevine. What are some of the good, the bad, and the ugly that were learned? This is one of them. This is one of them. If you want your business to succeed, you have to be vulnerable and open and say, yeah, I do need some help in this area, because you never know. I mean, we can't be in those silos as entrepreneurs. But what are some other things that you've learned over the course of your business tenure that you could deploy, or not deploy, but give to others right now? Share some wisdom to some others from a business perspective in this realm.
Abundance, for me personally, a lot of entrepreneurs I mentor, people are scared of that. I make $1 million. What do I do? Here's your mindset. The more abundance you have, the more people you can serve.
Yeah.
See, you say you're speaking the words as I'm saying.
Because I know it. Yeah.
It's so powerful. And that's what's happened to me. I'm able to help so many people in 2025, and 2026 is going to be the best year of my 65 years ever, because of the abundance I'm receiving, and be able to jump on shows like this. And I sit and, I jump on discovery calls one-on-one. Here's another tip, business owners. When you jump on those calls, your first mindset should be, how am I going to uplift and bring value to these people? That's my first thing I do.
Not, I hope they buy. I hope they buy. I hope they buy.
Exactly. Or hope to sell. I got to make a sale. It's been 2 weeks. I haven't made a sale. Or I got to pay my PG&E bill and I got to make a sale, which I talked to a lot of people. But Steve, I got to pay my expenses.
Yeah.
Well, Lady Jen and Steve have expenses. Why are we serving and being successful? That's the key. Service, sovereign leadership. I'm going to use your wonderful phrase. And success come together. We can help for no cost, and the money will flow.
Yeah, I think that's pretty powerful. I love that tip for everyone is just to walk in. And we used to always say this in sales too. And I know you come from a sales background as well. Is it's not a sales call, it's a service call. We've always said that, right? One of the things that I heard from Grant Cardone, and this is why I was kind of lip doing with you when you were saying that. He says that people quit on money. Like I got my own, I made my million, I made my 10 million, whatever number it is, I made my money and now I don't need to make any more money. But that is the wrong approach. The wrong approach, because when you have more money, you can give more. Like you're saying, you can serve more. What do you say to the business owners that are more in the holistic health mindset kind of world that always say, I'm not in it for the money. I don't want to charge people money. I don't want, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, right? But why would you start a business to not make money?
Yep. I tell entrepreneurs all the time, what do I charge with? What is your value?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're an entrepreneur. That's why you're a business owner listening. You're bringing value to somebody. He's got a pain point or a problem. You're solving that problem. Well, I don't walk into a grocery store and go, hey, I want that apple for free because I'm broke.
That's right.
That apple solves my problem. It's my nourishment, my nutrition. That's how simple this is. And if you're selling a $10,000 coaching program, that's powerful because it's something that I don't know what that was. Something that people, I had to learn this too. I was so bad because I can't charge. I'm just going to keep doing free. And I've been doing free for 10 years. But here's the other problem, business owners. If we don't ask eventually, we enable people to use us.
Yeah.
I spent a year with a guy. He never followed any of my mentorship, didn't do it. I finally told him, I've got to release you. And I did a number of people this year. And they're like, well, why? You've been, because I enabled them. He expected just to meet with me, get free stuff, move on. We can't give free forever. You can give everything you know for free, your whole IP. People will come back and go, I need more. And
I
that's
need more for free. Yeah.
That's where you start charging.
There's a biblical phrase, right? There's a biblical verse, and I'm going to paraphrase it because I'm not good at remembering the actual verses and stuff, but where your purse goes, there goes your heart as well. And we have to realize that when we give things away for free, their heart is not following, and therefore they don't do the work. And we actually enable people for failure. We enable people for failure. And I've always thought that that was so important in business, is not to enable people. It's not to gouge people. But, I was talking to a client, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. I've been sick through the holidays. I have a lack of time. I don't understand time right now. It's like this thing. And I was talking to her and she said, well, I charge $100. Oh, she's a doctor. She's a doctor, a medical doctor, a gynecologist, and then she's trying to do some stuff on the side and start this business so she doesn't have to be the only person. And she said, I charge $180 an hour. And I said, that's crazy. That is crazy. And she goes, well, that's how much I earn. It's my time. And I go, but what you bring to a situation is not just your time. It is also the 45 plus years, 30 years, whatever it is for any person of experience that you bring to that conversation. And so we undervalue ourselves. So what strategy do you have for someone who's listening and going, I hear you, I should charge more because I'm giving more value. I think I'll just stack more things. Right? Yeah. What do you say to them? Yeah.
Yeah. Stacking's confusion. I see these people with tiers on tiers on top of tiers on top of tiers. It's like, I don't know, what do I do? Unless you're doing the, I call it buffet, but concierge. And I'm not a big fan of that. And it's good if you want to do that. Here's the thing about value is you said it. I have thousands of people in my network. I can literally, and I did that with you. We got a call and you got 2 introductions.
Yeah.
Well, it's taken me 30 years of time meeting people, building those relationships. Bum, 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 bum. You're a plumber and you own a plumbing company and you're you have 30 years. Mm-hmm. There is value to that because you can come in and fix my plumbing in minutes, maybe an hour.
You're a genius. Yeah.
You're a genius. And it's because we're afraid people aren't going to pay. And I've taken coaches and told them to increase their tiers. One went from 5 to 10,000 for 6 months. She goes, I don't think I'm going to sell any. Within a month, she had her first sale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because here's what it looks like, Lady Jane. Here's a great story, audience. When me and Lady Jen are sitting in front of a hotel, we just did a big keynote speak. We're sitting in front to pick up our Ubers, and a VW Bug comes by. A 69 V, cute, classic. Oh, I remember that.
Bug.
Yeah, Bug. Yeah, well, we do that too. And the emotions are, hey, that's really cool. But let's say a red Lamborghini comes in with those fire candy apple red. What's the value to the VW, to Lamborghini? It's going to, oh, I'd love to have that. It's something that brings emotion to people. So when you increase your price, your value is worth more.
Yeah.
If I charge $1 an hour, you charge $100 an hour. Yeah, I might get people, but the people that really want help are going to go to $100 an hour because you're charging for value.
Yeah, exactly. That's where you follow the heart, right? Where your purse goes, your heart follows. And I think that's super, super important. Thank you for sharing that. That was a little bit of a dissect, you know, that we went on that, but let's get back to 2026. Why? And by the way, everything that I'm scrolling through, I'm hearing all this stuff about 2026, you know, like something is lining up with this thing. It's supposed to be the best year in the whole world. And, you know, I don't get into that kind of stuff, but I'm seeing it. Is it just, I mean, it's more hype than I've seen in previous years, you know, about this is the year for everybody. What is it about this year? And what is it that people need to start preparing for? What are some real tactical things that they can start doing to change that sales mentality, maybe to a servant mentality?
2025 was so bad. I think people are hoping 2026, I think part of that what you're hearing, because I'm hearing the same thing. I think it's gonna be the best year. Funding is gonna be this. I'm in funding businesses and all, and it could be. Again, we're in control of that.
Right.
There's a quick tip, audience. The Daily Stoic I read every day. It just talks about what you're in control, what you can do. You control your world. It's going to be a great year. But here's the thing: ask. And I'll talk about.
Let's get into that. I can't wait.
Let's get into principle. So I came up with a principle called the ASLA Principle, ASLA. It's ask, shut up, listen, and ask. And where that came from was people are like coming off a meeting with me going, I can't believe how much you know about me, how much you help me. And I do it for free, for a purpose, because I want to serve. But why can I help so many people? I mean, I got hundreds of testimonials because I asked the question like, what are your challenges, Lady Jen, today for your business? And I shut up and listen. Now people go, what's that bridge? Here's a great image. All of you have been on Zooms with multiple people and some of the screens go black.
Yeah.
They're going to the bathroom, answering the door, kids are crying, whatever. I'm not judging that, but think about when they go black, 50% or more of the time, they're not hearing what Lady Jen has to say.
Right.
So that's the shut up and listen. You've got to actively listen. Don't shut up and go, you said it earlier so well, like, okay, how can I pitch them? How can I sell them? Oh, by the way, Lady Jen, and I've got this tool that I could sell, you know, you shut up and listen and learn about them. And when I ask about the challenge, they go, I need to meet more people. Then I ask, well, how many people are you meeting every week? And then you go, it just builds on it. I know somebody within 10, 15 minutes, their passions, their desires, their challenges, what I can help them with, who I can introduce them to, 5 or 10 minutes. If you guys start working on that today for next year, you're going to grow your network. I have thousands in my network because I listened to what they need and I gave it to them. I didn't charge them. Didn't say come to, let me be your coach. I get really passionate about this because it's crazy when I hear this. I've been pitched so many times this year.
Yes. Oh, I know. Well, everybody thinks a one-to-one is a pitch fest. Yeah.
It's discovery. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And with discovery, we've heard this all the time. We don't meet that first date with that woman or that man. We're not going to marry most of the time, unless you're on TV and those crazy shows. But we're not going to go down that black hole. But that's what you need to do, and anybody can do it. You don't need a special skill. You just need to take action.
So let's repeat that. ASLA, right? Ask.
Shut up.
Listen, ask again.
Ask again.
Yeah. Ask again. Yeah. I think that's super powerful. And, because a lot of times what happens, I love that you have SL in there. It's like, shut up and listen, not shut up and get prepared for your next statement. right? Because people do that a lot. They're like, yeah, and I have somebody, right? So it's like, shut up and listen, like a double whammy there, because you have the two ears, right? Like double whammy to make sure that you're shutting up and you're actually putting it in and listening, you know. And I find this very interesting. Maybe you'll find this interesting too, but one-to-ones. And, I always set intention with one-to-ones. Like, look, what do we want to accomplish in this call? Because it might be that you say no to working together as a collaborative. It might, notice I didn't say working together with money exchange, right? You might say no, and that would be okay. And you might say yes, and that would be okay. However, I might say no. Is that okay with you too? Because I want to make sure that it's an even playing field, right? Like setting that intention. And I think what a lot of people don't realize is that when you get in and you're leaning into and pitching to people, you have a 50-50 conversion ratio. They're either going to say yes or they're going to say no, and you're done. When you come in with a collaborative and a servant heart and one that wants to give and collaborate in a multitude of different ways, the opportunity door opens for you tremendously. You may not get that client. They don't need to be your client, but they know other people who could be. What are your thoughts on that to help people understand how to not just show up, throw up, and hope up that they get business?
Yeah, the no is a big thing. And we all know when we're started young, we're the pitcher. And I mean this, that somebody asked, hey, Lady Jen, what do you do? Oh, you're a coach. Tell me more about it. And then they go and say, no, I'm not interested right now. I don't have the money or time, whatever reason they give. It's not an excuse. Take that out of your head. It's a reason.
Yeah.
And it's just a no now. It's a yes later. And that's okay for all that. But here's how to really get that yes later, or get somebody to give you referrals. Because when I say no to somebody, it's hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Lady Jen. I don't want to say no to her, but it's not fit me right now. So when I say no, what Lady Jen will do, and I teach entrepreneurs this, and it's powerful, is, well, I understand it's time right now. We can revisit later. But Steve, when you were talking about this and this, I'm going to introduce you to two people that can help you. What the hell did I just do there? Sorry to swear a little bit.
Yeah. And people would say, wait a minute, you sent it to my competitor, you sent it to someone else. Yeah.
It's just keep serving on top of serving. And I've had people do that, and entrepreneurs come back to me. This guy called me 2 months later. It didn't work out with the other person because I served him. I didn't keep pitching him. He came back and bought my product.
Yeah. Yep. That used to happen to us in lending. We used to say, it's okay, go find the other rate. And then they would come back and go, they never returned my phone call. They never did this. They never did that. And we were like, okay, now your rate's a quarter higher. No, I'm teasing. We would say, we're happy to serve you. Right. And we would keep in touch with them throughout the whole thing. Yeah. You said no today, but that doesn't mean you can't be my client later on down the road. Or who do you know? It's more about who do you know? I don't need you. I need all your friends who say no to that guy and not me. They say yes to me. Right. So I love that. So, okay, I want to keep going on 2026. So people that have, look at, as you're listening, maybe you don't have a servant heart. Maybe maybe you used to, maybe you want to, right? Maybe you have somewhat of a servant heart, but you're not clear about it. Let's help them get real clear on this, Steve. What are some things they can start doing aside from business? Because you already gave an example of what they can do in business, but what can they do outside of the business piece that will filter its way back into their business?
And I love that you said people have lost the servant's heart or never had that. Not a lot of people ask that. You're a wonderful host, because that's powerful.
Thank you.
Because I think that it's a skill, like writing a blog or building a website. This is a skill you can learn. How do you learn? You practice. So here's a tip for all of you that want to be a better servant. Go out and meet 10 new people every week. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, that's 5 hours a week. And if it's 5, make it 5. But you can do this. You become a better servant heart. You use the ASLA principle. And guess what? You scale and grow your business because you meet more people. And I'll give you a quick story. January 2020, right before COVID, I was part of a digital business card company. And I'd gone through all my friends, my contact list, and we'll talk about that later, how you can use that. And I said, okay, I'm going to jump in 10, 15 networking groups a week. So that's 10 hours a week. in 7 to 8 weeks, I met 500 new people. I had 300 new meetings. I was a top sales guy in the company.
Wow. Wow.
Because Joe introduced me to 3 people. He bought the card. Jenny didn't buy the car, but I know 2 people that'll be interested. And
Mhm.
it just compounded like you're in lending. You know what compound is? It
Yep.
just snowballs into it.
Yeah.
We're in the people asset business, Lady Jen. We need people, everybody,
Everybody.
from the plumber to the $1 billion company. We need people. They're an asset. What do you do with an asset? You want to feed it. You want to grow
Yeah.
it. You want to do things to make it larger.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
The key is doing it the right way. You know,
Yes.
the key is doing it the right way. I don't know if I talked to you about this or not. We were talking about networking, like a skunk that comes in, you know, having a skunk, and you're like, oh, everybody pretend like we're laughing and let's walk away because here comes the skunk, right? Then there's the sloth who comes in and just sits and stands on the corner and waits for everybody to come to them, and nobody does because they move 100, you know, so slow. Then there's the squirrel who runs around and goes, give me your card, give me your card, give me your card. I want to collect. And then there's the spider who sits back and creates this beautiful designed web that attracts people. And that's exactly what you're talking about. You created this beautiful web by serving, not by taking.
Exactly. And that web becomes massive because some of those partnerships you mentioned, a lot of them were because of that. Hey, Joe
Yeah.
and Jim, you need to get together, and they start a workshop or a business or whatever. And they're very successful because I had the mindset and the servant heart to connect them.
Yeah. Yeah. To have that wherewithal to think forward, you know, do that mind mapping. Okay, so let's talk about transformational versus transactional. I know we've touched on it, but let's go a little deeper with this because I know this is something that's very important to you. You love talking about this. So, yeah. So,
And it, to me, it's Christmas every day. We just went through Christmas. We're December 29th today. Christmas morning is a wonderful morning for kids. I want you all to think back at 6, 7, 8 years old. You got up the earliest you ever did that year. You ran to the Christmas tree and you opened your gift. How did you feel? I want you to embrace
elation.
That. Elation and happiness. Mom, Dad, the bike's there.
Excited. Yeah.
That's what serving does. When
Yeah.
you transform people, I mean, and I don't do this, but I could read some of these testimonials. I'll tell you a quick one. This transformation changed this lady's life. I met her, introduced her to 3 people. She didn't connect with them for weeks. And quick note, connect within 48 hours.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, I got it. Don't wait weeks. And she wasn't that way. And I was a little concerned. And then finally I get this email and she answered everybody. And I get the email from her and she goes, Steve, I want to thank you so much. I have 2 special needs kids that is bankrupting us. We don't know how to help her. Those 3 people you introduced us to have changed our family. We're now not going to be bankrupt. We have all the resources to help our kids. You've made my family so happy. And I keep it and I read it once a month. That's transformation. I didn't pitch her. I didn't sell her. I didn't transact with her. I just found a way through 3 introductions who helped her immensely in her personal life.
Yes. Yeah, solve the problem that she had, you know. Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't start you up, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was doing it for her business. So that's the other power of transformation.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah, because that was the undertone, right? The thing.
The undertone, exactly. So I want to make sure I made that point. It's powerful that what we can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful. Well, how do you build an inner circle that grows your income? And I want to ask you this. Does a business owner, so listen up, guys, right? Does a business owner need to have 1 million followers? Does a business owner need to work with everybody? Or do they just need to work with the right people? So give us your take on this and how you can actually grow your income by having some type of inner circle, advisory board. Maybe you want to have both of these. I don't know. I want to let you run with this.
Yeah. An audience, I've been successful doing all these. Anything I tell you I've done, first of all, and I think that's important when you work with any mentor, a person like Lady Jen's done it. She's done incredible things. You want to work with her because she's done that. So if you want to grow and scale and you want an inner circle, find people that are more successful than you. I did that this year. A couple billionaires I'm working with, a couple very successful business people. I did the ASLA principle with them. These are people and they are now my friends. I can reach out and ask them to help me. But when you get mentors in that inner circle, here's again the power of serving. And this is something you want to write down, is take the resources you've learned, like I did with these mentors, and I pass them down to people I meet.
Yeah.
It gives me the ability to serve more people and grow my network. And you got to meet with Steve. You got to meet with Steve. So
yeah. So say that again, because I want to make sure that people are shutting up and listening. Sorry, don't mean it badly from everybody.
Yeah, that's
right.
It makes a point.
There's a listening and then there's a getting it, right? So I just want you to repeat that again about how you gather those resources, recognize those resources, and then deliver those resources.
People more than successful than you want to have as your mentors. Those people that are teaching you, education you're building a relationship with. Because those billionaires, they want to help people. They want to help me. Because you know why? They know I'm passing it down, like you said. So you take all that information, that resources. Like one tip is Tim Tebow, Christian athlete.
I love Tim. I spoke with him in Florida a couple of years ago.
Okay, you're going to love this. I saw this on LinkedIn. He's a mentor from afar. By the way, mentors don't have to be in person. They could be videos, LinkedIn follow, whatever.
Yeah. And they don't have to be paid either. Some are, but they don't always.
They don't have to be paid.
Yeah.
And being on a board and all that is great. But he said something that I tell everybody now, ROI. Oh yeah, return on investment. No, business owners, return on impact.
Beautiful.
What is that?
Write that down.
Like for you? So ROI, return on impact. And so I share that with people all the time, Tim, and try to remember who told you that. I don't always do.
Give them credit.
Thank you. That's the word I was thinking of. The other one is Mark, the sales hunter. Mark Hunter said, I can't remember, ego. He says, we all have an ego. Steve, you have an ego. I said, Mark, I don't have an ego. He says, yeah, you do. It's empowering greater outcomes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what ego is. So there's two right there from mentors. Yeah. I haven't talked to Mark in probably a year.
Yeah.
But I'm sure people have gone, yeah, this guy's mentioned you. And I don't do it because of that. I do it because of the power of the message. Right.
Well, because you're learning the message too. I have a colleague, he does we go versus ego. Where we go someplace together instead of the one person going together. And I always remember that we go versus the ego.
Beautiful.
And that's exactly what it's about. So what you're saying is, we've got this little lull that's happening. And for those of you that are listening, I don't know when this will be released, but it's been released, and we want to make sure that you have some actionable items, right? To start saying, how do I serve? How do I give first? Do you have a trigger mechanism for that? By any chance, Steve, do you have some kind of trigger mechanism for someone to say, don't forget to do this? The service call versus the sales call. That's just, you got to remember that.
So there's a book I read from George Raveling, who is a top NBA or college basketball coach. He actually ran Nike for a long time. He's actually in the Nike movie. If you're at sports people, you'll know him. He's very powerful. He says this phrase, and it's on my computer. I'm looking at it right now. What can I do for you?
Yeah. Ooh,
every person he runs into, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
That's a great trigger.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I love that. What can I do for you? So it's like, hey, you booked an appointment with me. We're doing a strategy call. You're interested in coaching, right? Or mentoring. Instead of saying, okay, so let me tell you about my programs or whatever someone might say, what can I do for you?
Yeah,
you schedule the call. What can I do for you? Let's talk. Yeah. And just having a real raw conversation, I think, is really important. So that's a practice you can start doing right now, even in your family, in your household. Ask your spouse, ask your significant other, ask your siblings, what can I do for you? Is there anything I can do for you right now? Because it starts helping you get into that vernacular, and it becomes part of your, whatever it is, whether it's 21 days, 28 days, 90 days to learn a new habit. It's all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Just start doing it. Just start doing it. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Yeah, I love that. I love that. That is a great way to start. Okay, so that's one actionable item that we can start doing, and start practicing it now with anybody and everybody. 2, go networking.
Yep.
Go networking, re-network. Go to all that networking you've done and do it over.
Yeah. Meet 10 new people every week. Make it a goal.
Right.
That's your goal. 10 new people.
10 new people a week. And then if you did a redo from all the people that you met, how would you approach that?
Well, there's two ways to approach it. One, get on your calendar and look back 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, I met Lady Jen. I got to reconnect. I met Tony. I got to reconnect.
Yep.
I met
But I'm gonna do it
Jimmy.
the right way.
Yeah, and do it the right way. Hey, it's been a while. Let's connect. Let's see. Because here's the thing we forget in networking. Me and you have met today. In 6 months, we're going to meet new people.
Yes.
And I might meet somebody for you. You might meet somebody for me. We're always connecting, whether it's one person a week, 10 people, whatever it may be. That's the first thing. Your calendar is powerful that way. Two, and this is something people don't talk about. This is going to blow you away, Lady Jen, is your phone.
Yeah.
You get your phone. I don't know if you can see it. Go on your contact list. And I did a survey, 100 entrepreneurs. All of them, I think 95% of them, 80% of their contact list had no idea what they did.
Yeah.
So take your contact list and you send an email or a text like this. Quick question.
What do I do?
Well, I'll use my podcast. And I did this. Yeah, what do I do? So I have a podcast I've launched. Do you know a great guest?
Yeah.
Who does this? Yeah. If you're a business coach and you work with CPAs, quick question. Hey, do you know a great CPA firm? I'd love to talk to them. Here's what happens. It triggers referrals.
Yes.
It triggers, hey, what are you doing now, Steve Ramona? You have a podcast? By the way, I did this with 5,000 people. I got 3,000 signed up to my newsletter within a week.
Wow. Yeah.
Because they're like, I didn't know you have a podcast. I'm going to sign up because you build those relationships. Your contact list is your relationship building. You've built relationships with all those people. They're like, you met them in a networking group, at a Christmas party, birthday, wherever. They like you somewhere, somehow. Now, of course, don't do grandma and grandpa, those type of people.
Right.
But I talked to a kid that was 27. He was doing $1 million a month in revenue. All he marketed through was his contact list because they'd give him referrals. He'd follow up. They'd give him referrals. He'd follow up. And he had like 1,000 clients at 10,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was $1 million a month. Yeah.
And $1 million a month. Yeah, amazing. So what do you think about the number of people? I think a lot of people that are listening are going, okay, this all sounds really good, but it sounds like a lot. You had 300 meetings, right? Because you said you had 300 meetings with people. You met 500 people, you had 300 meetings. This sounds like a lot of work. What do you say to that?
It's work if your mindset's not there. Again, I'm transforming people. People, and I used to be like this. So audience, I was like this. I pitch people all the time because I was scared. I didn't know what to do. So you know what you do is you have, what can I do for you there? And you have 3 questions written on your computer screen, on your wherever. And you just use those same kind of, how long have you been doing what you do? What's your challenges? How can I support you? What would make a difference in your business? You come up with 3 questions and reach out to me. I'll get you 3 questions. What it'll do is it eases you.
Yeah.
Because I have a system here. What are your challenges, Jimmy? And they go through the ASLA Principle. Oh, okay, I hear this. You need to meet more people? Yeah, I'm struggling. I don't have a lot of people. I have this, that. Well, here's a tip how to meet. And it's so beautiful. It flows like a beautiful song. Because like I said, I keep going back to testimonials. I get these emails like, that's one of the best one-on-one calls I've been on. And people go, God, you must be making a crap load of money. I make 0 from that.
Right.
And I make money from the other stuff.
Yeah, it's indirect. Yeah.
Exactly. Audience, I get 3 to 5 referrals daily. I got a referral on Christmas Day.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. And I shouldn't have looked at him. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? I said, I always check my emails. I didn't respond. I waited till the next day. But it's because when you bring goodwill to people, what Maya Angelou says, it's how they like you is the most important thing. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm not the tallest guy in the world. I'm not the richest guy in the world, but I'm the richest servant heart in the world. And that's my goal. I want to help people. You're much more successful than me. That's nothing bad about me at all. It's where I'm at today. And if you're there, you're in the same place. But I still give you introductions. I was so excited. You saw I did that.
Yeah.
And I did that. Anybody can do this. Some are going to be harder than others. If you can't help somebody, all you do is tell them, reach out to me anytime you need help.
Yeah.
If you can't give them an introduction, a resource, or a tip, just say, hey, Lady Jen, I'm here for you. Reach out anytime. And it's in their control to be able to reach out.
I love that you said that, because it is something that that I learned from somebody else. In fact, I have it on my calendar. It's like every 36 days, I have some weird number in there, and then the number is inconsequential, but every 36 days, I have on my calendar to reach out to 10 people, right? I talk to people all the time because we do podcasts, you and I, we do a lot of networking. So I'm always talking, but then I used to say this to my team, my sales team is, call people you should call, not people you need to call, right? People you should call. And I love that you just made it so simple. So I hope everyone was listening to that. It's just simple. It's just, hey, I just wanted to reach out. If there's anything you ever need from me, please let me know. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And some will and some won't. So what? Okay. It's all going to come back. It's a numbers game. All of it's a numbers game,
And Lady Jen, you got me so fired up over here. I'm so excited. This is such great conversation because it's a game changer. The universe, or if you're faith like I am, God will come to you. It's so many people in audience. Remember this. We don't know the how, when, or where. That's going to come back and reciprocate. The law of reciprocation.
The law of reciprocation. Yeah, absolutely.
But just know and have faith it will. And I'll tell you a quick story. I met a guy at a chiropractor office. I'm getting my back adjusted, and this guy's like, hey, I hear you help entrepreneurs. My son needs help. So I gave him my phone number. The son called me a couple of weeks later, and I helped him. He goes, I was really struggling. I had no hope for 6 months. I lost my job. You've given me hope. He's like, I thank you. Well, this doesn't always happen, audience, but the next morning I woke up and $500 was PayPal to me.
Wow. Just out of the goodness of his heart, he wanted to help you. Yeah.
No, he didn't pay me. It came from another program that I had referred to somebody months ago. I had to reach out and reach out and go, Steve, you referred Tony. He just signed up for my program. I received.
Yeah.
So it does work. It just doesn't always work 24 hours later.
I know. And that's what everybody wants, is this quick response. And, that's what ROI is, right? Like when am I going to get my money back? That what is this called? Like, instead of being patient, it's the instant gratification, right? I hear this all the time from clients. I went networking and I didn't make any money. That's not why you network. You network to identify partners. You network to identify people that you can collaborate with. It's not to make money. That's what the freaking Mary Kay, sorry for my language, the Mary Kay person does, right? When she comes up to me and goes, do you use Mary Kay? Do you want to have a party? 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 And I just want to shoot them, right? Because that is not what you do for networking.
No.
And so, but it requires tracking. Yes.
Follow up.
Tracking.
Follow up is the other skill, is like you do.
Yeah.
Every 36 days, you're following up.
Yep.
With somebody. And there's some people you don't follow up with. There's people that pitch me.
Oh, yeah. Remember, I could say no. I could say no.
and when people say no to me, in my mind, audience, I say next. I don't say it out loud. But Tony just said no to my program. Next.
Okay. Next we go. Yep. Well, and I think that's the psyche of setting up an intention too, is look, here's what's going to happen. 3 outcomes. You might say no, and that's okay. Because now it's okay to hear the no. You're not like, oh, I got a no today. My life is awful. Right. It's so much easier to go, and that's okay. Because you're hearing yourself say, that's okay. Because maybe there's not a match today. Maybe it won't ever be. That's all right.
It's all right. And I used to be in a lot of network marketing companies. That's where I started my entrepreneur journey. It was a great stepping stone, but they used to tell you a lot of them, buy that book, go for the no. I have changed my mindset on that. I am like, sorry, the author of that book, but that's so negative that you go 10 no's, you're going to get a yes.
Yeah. Go for next.
No, you go serve. Don't go for a no. Go serve 10 people, and then you get a yes, not the no. So I shouldn't have said that, but I did.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's your take on it. what do you want to leave everybody with today as we, climb, I don't know what I was saying there. As we close out our time together, I think that was a double word. As we close out our time together and we're looking forward to 2026 and so many people want to make it so successful. What are your final words to everybody who's listening?
Couple of things. A goal is just a guide. If your goal is $1 million this year and you hit 100,000, you hit 100,000. Glass half full, glass half empty. That's the first thing I've learned this year. Game changer for me. The second thing is get better 1% every day. You start January 1st, 2026. That's 356% if I did my numbers right. You are better. Audience, I'm going to leave you with this. Are you going to grow, scale, and have a better business if you grow 356%? Or even if you grow 100%, are you going to be better as a person and professionally?
Yeah, I love that. I love that thought, because people do, it's a daunting task, right? To get better. And it's so non-tangible, right? I just want to get better. I want to do more. It has no attachment to it. And that's why it's so daunting for people and they give up on it. We're not talking about New Year's resolutions. We're talking about creating habits that create success for you.
Thank you for saying that.
Absolutely.
Because that's huge. I'm not a big New Year's resolution person.
I'm not either.
Yeah,
I'm not either for that reason. Yeah, for that reason. Yeah, love it. Okay, thank you so much for being here. And now there's also something that you want to invite people to come to your community.
Yes, I have a community where I'm taking all this information. You'll learn the ASLA Principle. You'll be able to go back. I'll have classes. I do a free podcast workshop. Sometime this year, I'm going to do a Q&A on business. People want to help, but you'll have access. But here's the other cool thing: that community, you can network and engage with all the community members. And it's open to you. It's on School, SKOOL. We'll get the link to Lady Jen. And you come on and, I might pop in and do a live once in a while too, and just get questions answered and do what you're doing, Lady Jen. And thank you for having me on, because you're a wonderful host. Just one of the best I've been on. That we want to help you and mentor you. And mentor doesn't mean over the top of you. Mentor means being aligned with you. And that's what my community is. I'm going to stand side by side with you and help you grow and scale.
Beautiful. Love it. And we'll have all of your links as well in the show notes so that everyone can reach out to you and start following you and let you be their mentor. You be their mentor. I love it. Thank you again for spending time with me again today, Steve. It was so fun. And we're going to hang up here and I'm going to talk more stuff with you. We're going to talk more things. And thank you for listening in. I love when you listen in, and I love when you give me notes and send me instant messages and let me know that you were listening while you're working out or riding your bike. Or I even had someone say, I was listening while I was skiing. I said, okay, that whatever it takes. So thank you for that. And please head on over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. We'd love to have you be part of that, along with all the other podcasts that we have over there as well. You'll get even more information. So with that, I'll catch you on the next Business on the Vine. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining us on Business on the Vine. If you found value in today's conversation and would like additional support, go to supportfromjen.com. Remember, the best ideas are always discovered on the Vine. So keep innovating, stay inspired, and continue to grow.